sisters, good afternoon. Come on now, good afternoon. That's what I'm talking about. My name is Antoinette Bryant. I am the President Business Agent of ATU, Local 1555. Our members are scattered throughout, so I'm giving a big shout out. I see the signs. We stand in solidarity with the City of Oakland workers. We stand in solidarity with the IFPTE. We stand in solidarity with every working family member that is on strike. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our story and our struggle, because I've heard it resonate throughout the day about every company is trying to tell their employees, you got to give back, give back, give back. There got to be cuts, cuts, cuts. We are on strike today for respect, for safety, for fair labor practices, and for our families. We know you are as well. I want each and every one of you to reach in your pocket and see if you have 4 quarters and pull them out. This is not rhetorical. Do you have 4 quarters? Pull them out. Yesterday, that's what BART offered our employees. $1 a year. $1. Do not be fooled by the press that is saying 8%. It was $1. Forgot to indicate they wanted us to give back to pension, which is 92% funded. They wanted us to give back on health care. We have a proud, strong union family at BART, and we are proud to stand with you out here on the struggle. We do difficult jobs like many of you. We have the honor of working with the public and systems that have been cut back and where services are reduced. So patrons are angry and assaults are up. Like many of you, we operate equipment that causes us to be injured. And our company does not want to treat our injured workers fairly. We have put through information that will get us back to work. They are rejecting it. Instead, they're offering us $1. They're paying an out-of-state consultant $400,000 to break our contract. Did they cut it off?
Repeat that again. Turn it off.
Does that work? Okay. Okay. They paid an out-of-state consultant $400,000 for part-time work to come in and try and tear up our contract. What did they give us? What did they give us? $1. They're offering us $1.
No mic.
BART ridership is up.
No mic.
The performance is up.
Get the bullhorn.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
ATU,
Union Power, SEIU.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm so impressed to have heard Brother McElroy, who said this: it will take a strike to get the truth, and that's what we will do. Oh, thank you. The $1 they're offering us is $1 a year. Not an hour, not a day, not a week, not a month, but $1 a year. If it takes a strike or two to get their attention, then that's what we will do. I ask you to share this message with your friends and family because it's being distorted by BART. An injury to one is an injury to all. Let them know that their commute is our workplace, and we want to do it right, and we want to provide a safe working environment and a safe riding environment. We stand with you today. ATU!
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 Thank you so much. First, because I know I can get carried away, there's some people that we owe a thanks to. Barry Donnellan of OPA, he needs a shout out. He's been working with us all morning to make sure that our picketers were safe. Brother Sean Starks and Zach Ziegler from the fire department, who had our back from the get-go. Larry Reed, council person, who has been extremely outspoken at council, isn't present at the moment, but we need to let it be known he's had our back. He's on his way to speak. We have many community groups who are here from Richmond, the Richmond Democratic Club, ACE, many other groups present with us today, standing in solidarity. I'll let my counterparts introduce the other council people because they're here to speak. Now let me deliver my message. We, as a community, all the interviews that I've done, the media's asked me about the negotiations. But this strike is not about only our negotiations. When you have elected leadership and employed leadership hired by the elected leadership, that you should be able to expect dignity, transparency, and honesty from, and it is not forthcoming, we, the community and the people, must force those values forward.
That's right.
When you have an administration that is so hell-bent on busting a union that they will hide $57 million in a budget from the community, every dollar that flows to and through the city of Oakland belongs to the citizens. And once it became apparent to us, because of our positions at the bargaining table, and because we were able to hire experts to evaluate the chicanery, the shell game, and the deceptive budgeting policies that have been coming forth so that the public would be misled into thinking it's police or services. That is not the truth.
That's right.
And it is our obligation to ensure that the public dollar be spent in a manner that serves the entirety of the city of Oakland. We are fortunate to either reside or work in one of the greatest cities in America. And I will not, neither will my co-workers, neither will my partners on the bargaining team, we will not allow some imports from places, some being San Jose, to come in here and misuse, abuse, or in any other way than give 100% service to the citizens of the city of Oakland. As far as I'm concerned, it's either inability to do the work or dishonesty. You make your own choice. I've made mine. The word transparency means a clear view with no object between the view and what you're looking at. That's the dictionary. Is that what the budget looks like? No. Is that on purpose or on accident? At the end of the day, I'll leave you with this. We, as a body, the labor, the union, the communities, and the unrepresented, the people nobody's talking about, the individuals who are hired at the city of Oakland who have no work rights, who have no health care, who have no benefits. Somebody got to start speaking up and say, you cannot continue to mistreat these individuals. Today is the beginning of making some individuals who thought they had the power and who thought they had the authority change their modus operandi. I got a secret to share. I got prayed on at church, and the bottom line is this. We know the victory's ours. We're just not sure exactly when it's going to come, but we're going to stand fast, stand together, and the victory will be Oakland! one last thing. Our bargaining team, our chief negotiator, and our least seniority person is willing and ready to meet, and in a meaningful way, not the surface bargaining that has been going on since March. We are prepared and ready to sit down at any point in time and have a discussion with the city leadership about a fair and honest contract, one that benefits the total city of Oakland. Let's not forget, the smallest, the most minute, the least senior person in the city of Oakland, that's the one that we see, that's the one we want to protect. Because if we protect that one, everybody else is covered. God bless the crowd.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out. My name is Yuri Holly. I represent ATU 1555, station agent representative here. I represent over 300 members, and right now our safety is very much in danger. The public safety as well as the safety of the employees here. In the month of April, we averaged 4 fatalities. That was 1 a week. I have my frontline employees. We average, one man was crushed to death in an elevator shaft, and I had my station agents who had to find that, along with comforting the passenger. They had to remove the remains of his head from the escalator, the frontline employees, and they were told to do it with as minimal damage as possible to the elevator so they could get it up and running as quickly as possible. Okay? And then they were expected to return to work the following day, because if they didn't return to work, there would be the aftermath or the stigma of, oh my God, they just wanted to have a few days off. They're lazy, they don't want to come to work. Well, I don't know about all of you, but a daily occurrence for me, and I think the rest of the general public, is not to have to look at death face to face and deal with that and process this and be expected to return to work the following day. And that was just one incident that week, okay? And then the following week, we had another jumper. All right, where the station agents again and the train operator who watched the person jump to their demise had to see that. And then they had to evacuate the station and break apart the train. And when they broke apart the train exactly where he had jumped, the frontline station agent had to see that, what was left, the aftermath. And then they had the on-site EAP, Employee Assistance Program Manager there, but she didn't offer any assistance. She didn't tell them the benefits that were available to them. None of that. So when they took their time off, again, there were repercussions. They were labeled, intimidated. We went to our board of directors to try to explain our plight and maybe get some assistance from our general manager, Grace Krunikan, who sits there meeting after meeting after meeting. She won't even make eye contact with us when we try to discuss our concerns. And we try to use our board of directors as a liaison, and they laugh at us. They don't want to help us. Our concerns of safety for our general welfare and the public are not their concerns at all. They refuse to address our safety concerns in contract negotiations, saying that it's a smokescreen. Well, I tell you, 4 dead people in April is not a smokescreen, and you can't hide from it. Okay, just this past Friday, when they had the impromptu board meeting, which they canceled the Thursday one, and they went ahead and they rescheduled the impromptu one, maybe with 24 hours to the general public. I had a station agent who was going to come and speak there, but she couldn't come speak there because at El Cerrito Plaza that morning, someone was shot in the parking lot and ran to her booth and fell down in her arms, where she had to talk to him and try to comfort him through what may have been his final moments, but he's in the hospital now recovering. She's a little unsettled. However, we're labeled as lazy, unsympathetic. We are the frontline employees. We have not been trained in emergency procedures. We are not EMTs. We rise to occasion 365 days a year. When everybody's at home with their families, holidays, World Series, all of that, We're here. When they're evacuating the stations downtown Oakland because all hell is breaking loose because they mishandled the Oscar grant, we're there evacuating the whole city of downtown Oakland. When they're shutting down their offices and their ivory towers, we're the frontline employees. We're the ones that are left there to deal with the aftermath. So please don't let them label us as greedy and unsympathetic, because we do care and we are there. Our safety and your safety is a paramount issue which they refuse to deal with, and it must be addressed. And it is time for us to unite as one, all of the unions, and take our power back, because America was built on the backs of labor. It's corporate greed that is breaking down America right now. They have taken our homes and they're after our jobs now. It's time for us to unite and time for us to fight, because we didn't create the problem. We made America, and it's time for us to let them know. Thank you.
Mothers, it's hard for working families with single incomes, even double incomes. We're here and it's hard to even get to work sometimes because we don't have a good cost of living. We haven't had a cost of living increase. Everybody's wages are starting to go up. The banks are starting to, the economy's getting better now, and it just seems that everybody's getting their fair share but us. And it's time for us to stand up, because we love to serve the city of Oakland. The citizens rely on us for services, and we want to be there for them, but the city needs to stand behind us and help the city workers.
So you work for the city of Oakland, which is not part of BART, but how is this coming together? How is BART and the city of Oakland? How are these two events coinciding?
Well, BART is also SEIU 10-1. We're all standing together. We're on the same union. They're not having good contract negotiations now either. So BART is backing the city. The city is backing BART. We're all together, one solid union.
Okay. Now you said you work for the city of Oakland. What do you do for the city?
I'm Oakland PD Police Record Specialist.
Okay. And are you a mom? Do you have a family?
I am a single mother, and yes, supporting my son all by myself. So, I need everybody's support, and we're here for you. I'm one of the only bilingual translators down at the city, and I know that a lot of the bilingual people need their services. And I'd love to be down there, but I need the city council to do their part.
So put that into context. I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself here, but put this into a context that people can really relate to on a personal level. In your own words, tell me how you're a single mom who works for the PD, and that this situation, this is unfair because?
Basically because the city of Oakland officials don't want to come.
Tell us about you. We want to know about you and how this, we want to know how this affects you.
Me? How this affects me? I am living paycheck to paycheck. I have to be, sometimes we're borrowing off of each other to try to get gas money to come to work.
You're living paycheck to paycheck. What do you do for the city of Oakland?
We work for police records, the police department, basically.
And what do you do for them?
Basically all the administrative services, giving people their tow releases, stolen vehicles, we have to maintain those records, warrants, everything, all the reports that people need for insurances and for all the crime that's happening in Oakland. They count on us to get them the reports. Yes, I have a family. And as well as the rest of my co-workers, we're all struggling to get our families up and our kids educated, our families fed, and we basically we need your help.
Anything else you want to say to your fellow brethren at BART or your other union members or just the public in general?
Basically, I want to say that we need to stand together, stay united. I know it's hard. It's hard for me to be here without being paid, but it's time to take a stand. We need to stand together and get what's our fair share.
Last question. A lot of people all around the Bay Area right now are very frustrated because they just can't get to work, they can't get to school. They might not necessarily be against what you guys are asking for, but they're frustrated. What do you say to those people who are inconvenienced or maybe losing money themselves because they can't get to work?
I say if you are anywhere within a phone, get a pen and paper, contact city council, contact the people that are supposed to be sitting at these bargaining tables, and put pressure on them, because we are the community. These services are for us. And yes, it was hard for me to get here too. You know, we carpool because, you know, we weren't going to take BART today. So, you know, make your voice heard. They need to feel the pressure from the citizens that, you know, it's hurting us. It's hurting all of us. And it's time for them to listen.
We're fired up, can't take no more. We're fired up, can't take no more. We're fired up, we can't take it no more.
Okay, and waited hours. Yesterday we met at 3:30 at the request of staff in the governor's office. We came in good faith thinking they were going to come with a proposal. They had nothing. We were there until 8 p.m. when they said, we don't have anything for you. We have nothing more to give you. All they gave was a breakdown of the 8.5%, which turns out to be $1 per year for 3 years as a raise. $1 per year for each member. That is not significant for members that gave back $100 million and that have been on a wage freeze for 4 years. That's not even, and that's nothing we would take to our members. It's insulting. It's offensive for the work we do. We carry 400,000 people a day. The on-time rating is up, even though they had a BART freeze, a hiring freeze. So we've been very fair in our demand, in our requests, our proposals.
This is a thing that I heard last on Friday. They were offering 1%. You wanted 5% over 3 years. I mean, where does it stand now? Did they up it to 2% and you went down to 4.5%? Tell me where we are now.
Our latest offer is 4.5, 4.5, 4.5 for 3 years. Then 0.5% each of those years of our COLA to be put back into pension. What people need to realize is BART doesn't pay Social Security. So they agreed in the 80s to opt out of Social Security, and so they're paying. That's why they're paying their contribution and ours. We have no other retirement. I've been a BART station agent for 22 years. If I were to retire after 17 years, my pension would be $21,000 a year. That's not the horrific amounts of money that they're claiming that we make. I make $60,000 a year, not 71, not 134. I make $60,000 a year as a station agent, and I am at the top level.
Right contract. There is no reason that the city of Oakland can't bargain in good faith. I feel like sometimes I'm working for one of those big banks on Wall Street. You know, the ones who keep making money on your back. And then they forget how they made the money and they want to keep it all. We have unanticipated revenues, and yet we told our workers that we couldn't give them a raise. We have money that the mayor has tucked away, and yet we told our employees that they need to pay for their health care. We are doing better than we've done in a long time, and we know that one of the reasons that we are where we are today is because our employees, our civilian employees, gave back $122 million. And so for those people in the community who wonder why, today our employees who struggle just to get by need us to turn around and give back. Tell them there's 122 million reasons why. There's a song that says, let them hear you. Let them hear you. Let Deanna Santana and the mayor hear you. I hope that you're going to continue to press, stay together, stay strong, stay focused. You will prevail. Thank you.
Coalition.
Let me just say, as a soldier that's been on this trail a long time about the business of eliminating poverty, we understand that the true place to get the money is from Wall Street and the banks. When have you seen a banker crying broke? When have you seen a foreclosure on them? The foreclosures are on our community. So only when we get about this business, not simply a protest, but a fighting for a different vision. We're about that business business of transforming so that our communities, our generations of children, so that our schools and libraries, so that we, the people, might thrive and not merely survive. That's what it's going to take, is that kind of movement to make a movement for thriving. Maybe you hear me now. Thriving, not merely surviving. We're going to have to fight for that. We thank you for kicking that door open. Now, it's the people who have been about the business of kicking public sector employees. If you listen to some of the radio shows, they say, look, I haven't got a raise, a break, or I haven't got extra time. Why should they get it? What's so important about this strike is it's about rejecting the proposals of divide and conquer and standing up and stating the 1% need to be pushed to the side so we, the 99%, can handle our business for the future forward. We thank you for your vision, for your dedication, but we also understand that the report that 10 to 1 did is a part of an important report that we all got to educate ourselves on. We got to use those as teach-ins, our Walmart. We got to use them as an opportunity to wake our people up and make them aware that we don't have to live like this. We ain't got to have people pushing carts and living like dogs. Only to the degree that we allow it will it stay that way. So thank you for helping to wake people up. Now it's our job to link up the struggles and build this movement so we might get the justice we need. Economic justice and security now. Thank you.
I'm student trustee at City College of San Francisco, representing 90,000 students. And I just want to say, purple really is the color of royalty. It is the color of royalty because you guys are so courageous out here in the face of those that don't understand this fight. But we understand this fight. So you guys are royalty, and I'm so proud to be here to stand with you. The BART board of directors are the villains, not the workers. And people need to know that. And people may yell at us and may not understand, but the BART board of directors, they are the villains. And we need to tell everyone that they need to call them and end this. Give us a fair contract. Keep our workers safe. We're not the villains. We're protecting our families, protecting our community. We know who the real villains are. And we got to stop the corporate greed. So we'll be here with you along the picket line every day until we win a fair contract, until we get safety conditions won. We will be here every day, and we will win. We are royalty. We will win this fight. Thank you, guys.
So I'm Samantha. I'm from the Inland Boatmen's Union. We're the Marine Division of the ILWU, and I'm here to let you know I rode the boats all day today. Today's my day off anyway, but I went to work and I rode every single ferry boat. I work on the Alameda Oakland Ferry, and I talked to all my coworkers. I can tell you that we stand 100% behind SEIU BART workers, striking workers in Oakland. They passed a resolution that I'm going to give to the bargaining team. IBU is with you. We're dealing with the same issues now that we had to deal with the Golden Gate Transit Authority last year when we had to go on strike twice just to get what we needed in order to have a good, fair living for the membership of the Inland Boatmen's Union. So we're going to stand with you no matter what. And I'm going to tell you that today the ferries are running, but if they don't take care of this situation, they might not be running very well in the next few days.
Junior, tell her, okay? Are you people? Yeah. Tell the story. Yeah. Tell the whole damn world.
This is Union territory.
Are you people?
Yeah.
Tell the story.
Yeah.
Tell the whole damn world.
This is Union territory.
Are you people? Yeah. Tell the story.
Yeah.
Tell the whole damn world.
This is Union territory.
Are you people?
Yeah.
We're still at the table and we're negotiating right now, but I can tell you this is two things. Number one, our international did give us the strike sanction we were looking for. It has to do with some provisions in our contract and the Constitution that calls for interest arbitration. We've told them that we've been through interest arbitration and our workers want to stay at the table to bargain a contract or have the opportunity to do what's next, which is, withhold our labor if we have to. So our international has backed us up and we're glad about that. And right now we have a mediator at the table, so they're mediator proposals, and I can't really talk about the details because they're still flowing like that. But so we're out here to lend greetings of solidarity to our sister local and to the rest of the labor community, and let them know that if they need us, we're there for them.